Right, everyone. Right, another update on the weight loss. The week's gone past. Got on scales yesterday, and I come in at 19 stone 4. So it's not done much in that last sort of week. I knew it'd sort of bottom out at some point. I feel a little bit better now. Now I've lost a tiny bit of weight. Well, to be honest, in these last few weeks, I mean, I've lost. Well, I was 19 stone 13, wasn't I? So yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, I've lost £11 in that sense. Um, I've not really missed the food too much. It's mainly of a weekend, obviously. As long as I'm busy, I'm not really thinking about food. And my relationship with food for many years now is, everything's been based around food. So if we go out somewhere, me and the wife, my daughter, it's always, we go out and get lunch, or we go out and get, some dinner, or we go somewhere, and then it's all, let's go and get something to eat, which it's nice, but at the end of the day, it's not a good sort of like idea to think that way. So luckily I've got quite a bit of willpower. It's just of a weekend, with nothing to do, you tend to sort of want more, and you get bored and you end up sort of eating. So of a weekend, I will have a couple of meals. I won't have no breakfast. Like today, I went and had a very small fish and chips, like a pensioner size. So a small fish, probably not even 6 inches long, just a very small fish and chips for me lunch. A very small tray of chips. Usually I'd have a big tray, big box with a big fish and chips and a large sausage. So yeah, so a lot different. I'll say over a weekend, yeah, I'll have 2 meals. I'm going to have a sandwich for me tea. So, when I say a sandwich, it'll probably be 3 slices of bread, and just a bit of packeted meat, like a roast beef that I got from Asda today. Nothing too big. Yeah, that's basically it. So, yeah, that's all I'll be doing. It's bank holiday weekend this weekend, so it's a long weekend. So I'm assuming this sort of like 4 days, I'm going to be eating 2 meals opposed to one. But it's no good sort of like torturing yourself. I'll end up, because that's how I'm going to slip, and I know I will. To be honest, years ago, I used to smoke terrible. I was a really heavy smoker, 40 a day, and that went on for years. I'm practically lighting one up with the other. Not good for you. In the end, I just felt sick. But what pushed me was the fact that my children come to live with me, and and that kind of spurred me into doing something about it. And they actually, when that happened, they stopped smoking in all public places. I can't remember how long ago it was, but it was a long time back. And yeah, I jacked in smoking just like that. No Nicorettes, no nothing. And when I click my fingers and say just like that, I just give it up. And I was probably awful for about 3 or 4 months looking back on it. I do remember the kids turning around saying, please, Dad, please go and get some cigarettes. But no, I stuck it out, and I'm glad I did. And I'm sure the kids are glad that that I've given it up. They're all fitness fanatics now anyway, and they wouldn't be happy if I was still smoking. So, yeah, you kind of got so you got to have a vice in life. With I'd rather it just be just a hobby rather than something that's going to affect your health. And like I say, this relationship with food and me, it's not done me many favours over the last sort of 18 years, something like that. Yeah, I was when I was in my 30s, I was quite sort of fit and healthy, and sort of averaging around 13, 14 stone, and yeah, kept very, very active. And then it just all went. There's no excuse. It's my fault. At the end of the day, you take up something that's not good for you, and no one else to blame but yourself. And now I'm 55 and regretting it. I'm trying to do something about it. But yeah, it's not worth lying to yourself. It's not worth, you know, slipping back. And I want to treat food as I treat smoking, basically. You know, it's definitely a lifestyle change. I'll say I feel a bit better. I don't know. I'm going to look back at the videos I put on over the last couple of weeks. I don't know if I'll look any different back then, but, you know, it's only been a few weeks. Anyway, I just thought I'd let you know. Yeah, 19 stone 4. Not too bad, but 18 stone 4 will be better, won't it? And then when I get to that, I will be happy, because I feel a lot better in myself when I'm sort of in the very low 18s. I don't expect to ever be 14 stone again. That just, you know, it's pointless in giving yourself impossible targets. You know, it's sort of like you get somewhere and then you think to yourself, yeah, well, I'll give it a try and go back. But there's no point in setting that silly goal right from the start. I've kind of known that. You've got to be in the right frame of mind. Like I say with smoking, you know, if I'd tried it a week before or left it a day and tried it the next day, I probably wouldn't. I'll probably still be smoking now. So you've got to be in the right frame of mind to do this. I'm just glad that, you know, I've decided, yep, that's it. Today I'm going to do it, and I've just done it. Hopefully I'll still keep doing it, because never say never. You know, things can slip. But I've got, you know, I'm doing it at the moment anyway, and it's going in the right direction, although slowly now. And I expect it to go slowly from there on. I'm going to stick to the 1 meal a day. I've had a chat with my son. He does a lot of weights and bodybuilding and stuff, and he said to me I'd probably be better off trying, you know, small portions of food and eating 3 or 4 times a day. The only problem with that is that although it may work, I'm one of these people that do 3 meals a day like everyone else does, and then it slowly the portion size gets bigger and bigger and bigger without you even noticing it. Well, it does in my case, and then before you know it, you know, I'm back to where I was. And that's what happened after I'd had my operation on my knee. And, you know, it's just a really bad habit to get into. You know, I went from being really good, having 1 meal a day, and then I thought, I'll have some hot cross buns for breakfast. So I thought, no, I'll just have the 1. And then that 1 become 2, and then I was having 2 hot cross buns, and then one day I was really hungry in work. I just thought, oh, I just fancy something, you know. And I see the lady that there's like a little sandwich van that comes around, and she does like, you know, hot food and, you know, crisp sweets and all that. And I thought, yeah, I'll go to her. And I turned around and I said, oh, you're going to pop back round? You've not been round to work for a while. She said, oh, yeah, I'll come back now. I'll come back round. So I started having, you know, a bacon sandwich to start, and then it was bacon sandwich, and then, oh yeah, stick a couple of hash browns in it and that. Before you know it, you know, a couple of months down the line, you're back up to 20 stone, or just near it. Well, I might as well have been 20 stone, haven't I? So yeah, so I've had to knock all that on the head. And I'll say I'm one of these that, you know, I've got to literally say no, knock it on the head altogether, and that's what I've done. Like I say, 1 meal a day, we'll see how it goes, see if it works for me. It did before, I'm sure it will again, and I'm just hoping, I'm hoping I can stick to it. And by me doing these updates to yous like out there, or the 10 subscribers that I've got, 10 people's better than none. And if I know 10 people are watching me, or maybe possibly watching me, then it might encourage me to carry on a bit more. Anyway, I'll probably see you in about a week's time. I'll see you later on. Ta-ra.